Video. Now today I'll be talking about is Smith's Lane in Solihull the best road in Solihull? Let's get started. Okay, so first of all, Smith's Lane in Solihull is amazing as you can see. But as you can see, it's a single track road. Now, this single track road is quite rare because as you can see, it's one way. However, if we go down the full length of Smith's Lane, as you can see, there's a 40-mile-an-hour sign there, as you can see, because it's 40 miles per hour down here. Look, as you can see, it looks like they're doing some construction on the left there. See, look, as you can see, it says 40 miles an hour according to the signs. However, you have to be aware of pedestrians in the road, and there's a bend to the right, which obviously we know, and that's what it looked like in July 2009. We'll get up close to the construction, as you can see. Look, they've just thrown that sign in the hedge, or somebody's put that in there. But look, they're doing some construction. That's easy to do then. Hope they've completed it. So, as you can see, this single track road is quite rare because of, well, it's one way. And that's quite weird though, isn't it? Because you've got 40 mile per hour signs, a sign saying bend to the right, pedestrians in the road and that stuff. Except this is a different sign, except it says bend to the right and horse riders. This is the weirdest single track road ever, and I wouldn't doubt it would be. However, as you can see, it becomes 40 mile per hour. When you do the left onto Brown's Lane, as you can see. We all know Brown's Lane, don't we? So, that bit of Brown's Lane's one way. However, you can still do the left onto Brown's Lane. However, you can't go the wrong way down Smith's Lane because it's not worth it. Because, to be honest, Brown's Lane's one way as well, which is a bonus. However, if we go back to Smith's Lane, as you can see, you've got a left turn lane and a right turn lane. So the right turn goes towards Brown's Lane, and the left goes towards Brown's Lane. So the left goes towards Brown's Lane, obviously, and then the right goes towards the opposite way of Brown's Lane. To be precise, the right turn is to turn right onto Brown's Lane, and then the left turn here is to turn left onto Brown's Lane. However, we'll go back to previous years of this junction of Smith's Lane and Brown's Lane. It's not really a junction though, because you don't kind of really need to give way here, because you could do the right turn onto Brown's Lane absolutely fine, and the left turn onto Brown's Lane because it's absolutely fine. However, if we go back to April 2021 for an example, see, look, as you can see, it looks like they resurfaced it, doesn't it? It kind of does look like that, but if I'm completely honest. However, if we go back to May 2016 for an example, see, look, as you can see, it looks like they haven't resurfaced the road. And if we go back to October 2011 for an example, see, look, as you can see, it does kind of look like they have resurfaced the road. Maybe it's because it's been raining. We go back to November 2009 for an example, which is the final year of the junction of Smith's Lane and Brown's Lane. They look cool, don't they? It looks like the signs are a bit dirty, as you can see. Well, please let me know in the comments how do you rate the junction of Smith's Lane and Brown's Lane. Because I'd rate it as a 10 out of 10 if I'm completely honest. Because you don't even need to give way. Because I'll tell you something. The left turn here is to turn left onto Brown's Lane, and then the right turn is to turn right onto Brown's Lane. Because this road should be rated a 10 out of 10. Because a lot of people think that single track roads are unsafe. Well, they kind of are actually. Because you have to be aware of other cars and pedestrians and horse riders and cyclists. But don't worry. If you want to go down a single track road that's one way, look no further than Smith's Lane in Solihull. Because actually, a big difference is that it's a bit different to what you usually see on country roads, a one-way country road, which is quite weird. You don't rarely see country roads that are one way. However, you kind of think that, don't you? Because unfortunately, Swiss Lane in Solihull is amazing. It is actually a knoll, but it is kind of in Solihull because you search it on Google, it'll probably say Solihull. Now I kind of think that it's in Solihull, isn't it? Anyway, that was a little video that was. If you have enjoyed the video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment on the video. And make sure that you turn on the notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos. Until next one, see you back here.